I see myself as spending my time here in Crestone, Colorado, in a process that is part of some sort of self-refining so that I can get to the next level. I want to state that it is a goal of mine to go to Sedona, Arizona, and give a talk regarding the effect of solar flares with the right environment when it is the right time, as well as to go to Las Vegas and do some other things. But ultimately, what I'm facing right now is the possibility of my new dream being realized. We haven't gotten there yet, but there are some signs that at some point, this may actually be a home base for me. There may actually be potentially some housing eventually at some point I'm able to travel around and give talks. I'd like to publish a number of books, give talks on those books, and basically be free of the never-ending survival experience. And even though there was a break from that while I was living with her, it wasn't exactly gone because there was a sense that something had to change. And so what I feel like I'm coming up on right now is the potential for something great. And I want some of you to see me in that state of consciousness when I am doing great things and I am feeling better. But this place has had some challenges. And I've chosen to not upload every day to you, to overwhelm you with what those challenges are, especially if you're not already accustomed to people that are living that way of life. What I will say is while some of that content, like it or not, may take away from the main message, whether it be solar flares or some other philosophy or some other deep understanding, the plight of the intelligent person, for lack of a better word, who's left in the streets to their own devices, that story must be told. That platform must be built. And I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be. I know that it has been problematic raising donations from people on my main platforms when I've been on the road. Like I said, there's something to the psychology of that. So I may continue moving forward here to expand my work with various websites and or Substacks once things settle down for me. There are some signs that I'm going to be getting my passwords back from the person that I was living with. It was some sort of a friendship with a little bit of spiritual advice from a friend. Not much more than that. And this person, for a number of years, has been holding on to various passwords, of course, for my own safety and security, two-factor authentication. And right now I'm in a situation where my EBT phone is about to end, of course, because now I'm in a new state and I'm almost at 3 months. And so I'm going to have to get a new number or get a new Google phone number. I'm already using a mailing address. And so once I have a base of operations, whenever that may be, there are some signs that I'm going to pursue in another county, this one, that may help that come to fruition in the coming months, although nothing's guaranteed. But the potential is there for me to continue my great work. That would be the websites that I've already launched, that I wouldn't have to rebuild them, that I basically would turn my new living space into an office, into a temple. And I would work from home, writing books. The goal, by the way, is at least 10 books. And the content in reality has already been created. It's already been spoken into manifestation in the many, many videos that are out there. In case you're curious, for years I've had a goal to take the core things that I believe that I've understood about the paranormal in this world and put that in one book and in a way have it quarantined from other perspectives and ideas that are almost in some cases guaranteed to lose someone. When we have the subject of solar flares or solar wars, which is a unique concept, or the wars that take place during solar flares or solar maximum, there's a lot of new things that I've learned in recent years, especially when it comes to conflict resolution in relationships. But it wasn't the first experience, but it really doubled down an unfortunate truth about spiritual warfare on the earth during solar maximum. And how in some cases you have to walk away because you cannot change them. You can only change yourself. Unless you're owning something, unless it has your name on it, you have to be positioned during such a time to take flight and then to heal from that experience. Now, by having the awareness of the sword flare influence over emotions, including, of course, new moons and full moons, someone can be proactive. And this is why, for those of you that are homeschoolers, this is why, for those of you that actually care about kids in a serious way, you're not just pretending. The sooner they learn about self-control and the cosmic influences over behavior, the better off they're going to be. The more likely they're not going to end up a heroin addict. The more likely they're not going to end up, if they're properly trained and explained the basics of life, they're not just going to lose themselves in their libido to a situation that they're later going to regret. See, I think there are certain things that young people need to learn about the world early on to make the right decisions. If we are taught when we are young people that you can trust everybody, that you can trust the government, that you can trust the media, that you can trust the school system, well, then you're going to trust maybe people in the school system. Well, if you can trust the school system and they're so great, then maybe there are great people that are going to school. And in fact, it's the opposite. And had I been homeschooled, had I known and been warned by my parents, if they actually cared, that is, about the dangers of following the advice of other teens in school. If you don't have that mentorship, you can end up in school and end up in a whole lot of trouble. And so let's move the conversation forward. The future for me is not